Hi, YouTube. It's RJ the West here. My friend last night for you to see. Oh, I gotta switch to my other glasses. Da-na-na. I literally just realized your character has a goatee.
Yeah, he's had it for a while.
Uh-huh. Attack of the Hobos. Actually, I'm gonna check if I'm live. I'm gonna have to. I am. Excellent. Alright. Let's get ready. Morning. Bright. Ammo. You are invited. Look at, it's funny, when I raise my chair, I can actually feel the new motor underneath there, because when I had it installed under there, it's like right where the springs are.
Huh.
Alright. You guys ready to see some action? Oh my god, I just realized about the fucking... Oh, son of a bitch. The outfit, the uniforms, son of a bitch. Forget it. Ah. Leave, hurry. Son of a
Don't
bitch.
matter.
Yeah, screw it. Ah.
We're off-duty soldiers.
I completely forgot that's an oversight on my end. It's not easy getting into the habit of wearing a uniform. They're not going to show up that quickly. You're just going to have to just wait until they get here.
I'm just shooting this to get it
Yeah.
going. To me, my
Yeah.
character does, wearing all black with black sunglasses, my guy just looks like an FBI agent.
Mm,
By the way, it's a higher ranking than an actual soldier, by the way.
mm. Yeah, but an FBI agent wouldn't have the same gear loadout as an actual soldier, though. Get down!
Get down, Mr. President.
Ooh, first blood. Charge! Oh! Oh! How did that not hurt me?
It barely hurt me, too. It just displaced me.
Oh, my glasses are fogging up. It's like 81 degrees in here.
It's just gonna get hotter.
It is. Oh, I didn't think about how much cover you get from this. Okay, I need to air out my glasses. Damn oversight. Should have actually remembered to put the damn uniform on. It feels so immersion breaking now. It's like we just feel like mercenaries. Like plain clothes mercenaries. Really? I'm now reloading. Ow!
Ah, I
Ow!
was in the middle of healing when I got down.
Hiding behind that tree is not a good idea.
Or is it?
It could be. Ow.
Because if you can't shoot through it, it means that I guess it is a good idea.
Yeah, I wasn't. Oh! I did not. I wasn't kidding about setting the soldiers to berserk mode. Maybe it was not a good idea of setting the enemy to. Look how crazy they are just closing in.
Hide behind something, assholes. That's
I might
literally
be able
what
to
one
use
of
my
the
assault shotgun.
soldiers literally just like that. Oh, I got itchy.
Ooh, I need to hide somewhere.
Ouchie. I just exploded. I'm gonna flank from the hill.
Ouchie. Ah! Missile bastard! Wow, he sent me flying. Die! Ow! I am gonna die here.
Die like a real man.
Oh! Ow! Where did the grenade launcher come from? I'm pinned! I need support over here!
I'm up on the hill where the road is, shooting up from up top.
Oh god! Ow! Oh, I finally died! Damn!
Inbred moron! Forward! Can I get some cover? Cocksucker! Get your damn heads down! Come on, surround the prick!
I just realized I forgot to turn my chair on. I was like so annoyed by the fact that I forgot to tell us to get our damn uniforms on, and I like massive oversight on my end.
Oh.
Ow! This is literally the first time I made a long-range engagement style mission, after all. Oh. Oh. Damn it. Yeah. Ugh. Gotcha, bitch. Let's move, let's move, let's move. Damn it.
That guy is literally climbing up the silo ladder.
Oh, I'm out of snacks. Damn matriarch.
I need you to here I come! Move up!
On the flip side, the one thing I'm noticing is that even though that our allies are, when they die, I don't actually feel like I have to actually put down a path for them. They more or less do everything on their own. I kind of like it, and and I'm not gonna say I don't like the fact that they're all not running at the same time. I mean, you can't expect them to do that in perfect unison.
You better come with me! I'm a fucking Marine! I'm reloading!
Ow!
Get some, motherfucker! Give me some cover!
Get out! Oh, I need to get behind something. Oh!
You piece of shit! Cover me! Yeah! Inbred moron! Keep him busy! Get in there! Get down! Go get some! Cover me! Duck!
I am definitely... Okay. There we go.
Got a nice little low spot in this little water area.
Uh-huh.
Oh, matriarch.
Don't fuck with me!
Laying down artillery fire.
Right there! Reloading! No way!
Ow.
We're gonna launch a mortar attack. If it hits anything, if it hits anything, we'll see.
Whoa.
Everybody die! Hit the ground! Hit the floor! Everybody die! You wanna play with me? Dick!
Whoa!
Bitch, jerk. Oh.
Ah! I was so close to killing her too. She's got 2,000% health after all. So she is a true boss.
Hey! Lay down for cover and fire! Surround the prick! I'm out of ammo! Find motherfucker! Everyone down! You piece of shit! You better take some! Get some, motherfucker! Yeah! Take cover, now!
Damn, I can't see them behind the trees. Commencing artillery barrage.
Ouchie. We.
Ah!
I just saw you exploded as soon as I got over here.
Yep.
Give me cover! Come on, bitch!
What do you think of the idea of a
okay.
long-range engagement style mission where you have a long track to cover down and stuff? I'm not gonna lie, it's interesting because, well, the combat consistency is still there.
Inbred moron!
Matriarch. Got her.
Ow, ow. Oh, no. Brother, no.
Brother, Brother,
I will die fighting.
Or die crapping your pants. Oh, you crapped your pants.
It looked like it too. It looked like it. It looked like it. What are you doing standing there, soldier? You're just gonna stand there?
You motherfucking cocksucker! Can I get some cover? Get in there! Stupid fuckhead! You take cover now! Take cover!
I got something to the tree.
Huh.
What?
You can't shoot through these vineyards, even the ones that are clear.
No. No, you can't. They count as a wall. A barrier.
Hey! What the hell?
I avenged you.
I don't know.
I have avenged your death from the rocket launcher, man.
I didn't know that was even the rocket guy. His damage is dumbed down to where it can't one-shot you, but maybe in a way he can. You remember the day
He
before
can't.
yesterday where he was able to fire multiple rockets at us? That was definitely a thing.
I'm getting overwhelmed.
What are
I
you
took
gonna
a
do
few of
about
them
it?
out before I died. I took out 2 before I died.
They killed all our soldiers back. Ow!
Alright, I need to get high.
Already ahead of you. Oh, of course, it's the damn matriarch.
Shoot her. Woof, woof.
I,
Don't fuck with me!
hey, look, it's our soldiers. They're really hurting the
Aw.
They're hurting the leader, the matriarch.
I just shot her a bunch of times.
Oh, that was you doing that.
Someone give me cover!
She's weak. I pumped her full of lead from body to head.
Boss is dead.
I weakened her for you.
Move up! Get behind something!
Get behind something. No. Don't do that.
Oh shit. My guy over there died. I need a heal. Alright. I need to give myself some ammo.
Ow. Owie.
I wish she was here to save us. Fire in a hole! Damn! Oh. Huh. Ow! Oh.
Are we safe?
No. Ow! Ugh. I can hear the dings. They're hitting that guard. The highway guard thing. Ah!
Hit the dirt! Give me some cover! I'm a fucking Marine!
Maybe I should set some of them path there because they definitely are. Like in order for you to in order for this to truly work, I would probably have to have us just back here waiting for the aggro for the enemies to come back to us. I don't want that though. I also, it is possible I could just have some soldiers stationed up in advance, but I don't want that either because they will have nowhere to respawn once the enemy gets in their position. On the flip side, the enemy, I mean, our allies are respawning greatly. I mean, we still have like all of our guys. The problem is they're kind of trickling in. I mean, in the beginning they were like en masse, but now they're trickling in.
Well, I'm out of snacks.
You just now ran out of snacks?
Yep. Owie. Owie, I need my mommy.
Oh! Got back up. Move the trees. Back up a little further. Go forward.
You're gonna make people nauseous.
Huh?
You're gonna make people nauseous doing that.
Yeah. They're closing in.
Shoot them. They got real quiet.
It did.
Well, it was quiet.
Yeah.
I got him for you.
That one's probably gonna kill me. Yep.
They're all gonna kill you.
Two and a half minutes left until the end of the mission, huh?
Freaking matriarch. Die!
Get behind something! A little cover, please! Get down to this fuckhead! I gotta reload!
Got her.
That guy didn't even bother moving around. He just that guy was just completely stationary.
Now! Hit the floor! Dick! Move in! Give me cover!
This definitely feels a little different. It feels a little bit more tactical in a way. Like you kind of have to like use your brain a little to navigate around and stuff.
I don't know, it feels like a Call of Duty map to me.
That's kind of what I was trying to do. I was trying to make it like a long engagement combat scenario. Unlike capture jobs and stuff, in missions, the enemy is consistent enough, just enough to actually be able to, Ow.
Ow. That minigun ain't gonna help you.
I was kind of realizing that. Oh, ow, ooh.
This guy, this guy is just standing here on the dirt path. One of our allies. I'm just gonna stay down here.
Me too. Mission's almost over anyway. I had my fun. I'm not gonna lie, this was different. I'm not saying this was actually pretty fun. At least we were moving around. That's another reason why I wanted to do this. I wanted us to move around. That was actually another reason why I wanted to make this mission like the way I did is, and I'm not gonna lie, it's fun. We both died at the same time. That's cool. Ew, I gotta clean these.
What?
My sunglasses.
Invito.
Night Rider's got the DJs on. It cooled down a little bit in here. It's now 78 degrees instead of 81.
You're still gonna sweat.
Yeah, I am. Alright.
Another Invito.
Oh, yeah. I'm just disappointed. I mean, I had fun. I was just a little disappointed I forgot to put on our uniforms. Yeah. Alright. In this fictional scenario, what if more accurate children from Warframe were to fight Nolan and Mark Grayson from Invincible? Plot armor and gag armor is disabled and it is a fight to the death. What kind of dialogue would they have? Alright. Without plot or gag armor, a lore-accurate clash between Hildren and the Graysons come down to a battle of ultimate physical endurance versus raw, universe-shaking kinetic power. Hildren is powered entirely by her shields rather than traditional energy. Her raw physical strength allows her to rip apart metal and manipulate the battlefield. Her pillage ability strips away armors and defenses while restoring her own massive shields. She can hover midair in Aegis Storm, raining explosive balefire radiation and electrical rockets down on foes. Nolan and Mark Grayson. Both are part Viltrumite hybrids. They possess planet-shattering striking power, the ability to travel faster than light, and molecular cohesion that doesn't endure extreme physical trauma. Their bodies heal rapidly and adapt to the challenges. Frightening reality of the fight. While the Graysons possess the power to destabilize a planet's core, Hildren is a walking, flying fortress equipped with shield gating. When a Warframe shields deplete, the Warframe's mechanics grant them a brief window of invulnerability. If Hildren's shields are If Hildren's shield tank an infinity-level Viltrumite punch, she temporarily absorbs and shrugs off the impact without taking any damage. Because her shields are constantly regenerating, she can survive devastating hits that would normally vaporize lesser beings. More importantly, her pillage ability bypasses the smart atoms and natural durability of Viltrumites. By draining the Grayson's defenses, she drastically weakens them while supercharging herself. If the Graysons don't figure out a way to disrupt her shields quickly, Hildren's ability to lock him in a gravity-defying crowd control field while repeatedly detonating radiation-laced rockets would slowly cook him from the inside out. Here's what the dialogue would look like. Nolan, you're not human. What are you? A puppet? A drone? Hildren, her armor wears with mechanical friction as heavy void touch and biomechanical voice echoes from her helm. You mistake the flesh for the machine. I am the shield that holds the line. You will not break this world. Mark, panting, hovering defensively in front of a badly bruised Nolan, looking up at the towering, heavily armored frame floating in the sky. Dad, she's not letting up. Every time I hit her, I feel weaker. What do we do? Nolan, gritting his teeth, his eyes narrowing as he notices his knuckles bleeding from punching her barrier. Stop punching. She's siphoning our energy, Mark. We dismantle her from a distance, faster than she can track. Hildren, reaching out a hand, unleashing a devastating wave of golden light, kneel before the Aegis. The pillage wave strips through the Viltrumite's natural bile defenses. Mark is gasping as a wave of sudden, dizzying fatigue hits him. What? My chest feels like it's made of paper. I can't breathe. Hildren activating her Aegis Storm, lifting into the stratosphere and conjuring twin balefire rocket launchers. The Sol system owes you nothing. Your empire ends in the void. Nolan, Mark, evade now! Dives to intercept a barrage of massive explosion radiation blasts, barely tanking the impact as his skin starts to singe under the intense energy. She's an apex predator in her own right, but every machine has a core. We just have to hit her hard enough to make her gears grind to a halt. Let's see. That's the Viltrumite's machine. Yeah, so Hildren's pillage ability can affect things on a molecular or a fundamental level. Honestly, it's pretty cool. I wonder how powerful Equinox is. I'm gonna have Equinox fight Nolan Grayson on one-on-one fight. Nolan Grayson. In a battle between Warframe's Lorica Equinox and Nolan Grayson, Equinox's reality warping, energy manipulation, and absolute energy attenuation gives her the edge. By shifting between her defensive night form, which absorbs and mitigates incoming damage, and her offensive day form, she can systematically drain Nolan's life force and crushes atoms. Pre-fight and combat dialogue. Phase 1. The encounter. I don't know who sent you, little girl, or what magic you're using. But the Viltrum Empire doesn't bow to ghosts. Leave now, or I will end you. You are flesh, bone and arrogance. We are the balance, in the dark. Your rage is nullified. In the dawn, your empire will fall to ash. During the fight, Nolan realizes he is outmatched. What? Equinox is stronger than Nolan? I never realized. I did not really... This gives me an idea to learn more about the lore. Phase 2. During the fight, Nolan realizes he is outmatched. What is this? I can't even scratch you. Every time I hit you, my own blows are turned against me. You strike the night, and it only feeds the dawn. Your strength is merely a spark. Ours is the crushing weight of a dying sun. Phase 3. The climax. Impossible. I am a Viltrumite. I have conquered entire worlds. You are dust. The scales are even, and your legacy ends in the silence of the void. Fight breakdown. Damage immunity. An Equinox's night form. Lore accurate Equinox uses Mend and Maim. Her night form absorbs all damage dealt to her, converting it to stored energy in shields. Nolan's planet-cracking physical blows would simply charge her shields to maximum capacity rather than destroying her. Stat reduction. Pacify. Equinox's pacify ability weakens nearby enemies, drastically reducing the damage output. I am surprised I have not moved around a lot. My car! You know what, I'll go over there when I get done reading this. I'm sure you guys would probably want that too. Equinox's pacify ability weakens nearby enemies, drastically reducing the damage they output. Nolan's raw physical strength would be severely dampened by this aurora. Health stealing. Mend. Equinox can detonate her stored energy to rapidly restore her own health while continually siphoning Nolan's life force, bypassing his Viltrumite durability entirely. Molecular debuffs in her day form. Switching to her day form, Equinox uses Rage to amplify her target's vulnerability to damage while boosting her own power. Combining this with Provoke allows her to channel pure, lethal void energy to slice through Nolan's defenses. Without plot armor or gag armor to rely on, Omni-Man's standard brute force tactics would play right into Equinox's ability to manipulate, absorb, and redirect energy, leading to a swift defeat for Omni-Man. Isn't that cool? Hey!
Mm-hmm.
That is actually pretty cool. I never thought really that much of Equinox, but lore accurate Equinox sounds like a freaking beast. My favorite non-weaponized vehicle. I'm gonna go to where you're at. Where are you?
On an island.
Never mind, that's too far away. Yeah, what is your thoughts on that mission?
It was alright.
Any pain points?
Not really.
We didn't die often, that's for sure. I like the fact that we died between the two of us 24 times. On the flip side, though, that the only thing I would, like I said, appearance-wise, that's the only gripe I had. Like, it's like for a long time we never really bothered with uniforms, but I'm trying to get us into the habit of playing more role-playing as a soldier. It's not easy though. I mean, you might win some, you might lose some. Like, I forgot about the soldier thing. Like, I was thinking about it, but then I was like sidetracked. Okay, I'm gonna switch to a helicopter in a sec. Actually, no. You know what? I'm just gonna. I'll get my sparrow out. Oh. Luckily, it's reinforced. Put my car away. Also, the reason why I wanted us to actually move around more with the long distance engagement style fighting, it is possible I probably could give us vehicles, but that is probably not the best place, as I already explained to you about the barrage. Like, in the hands of the NPCs, the Mirage is a pretty decent vehicle, but that particular location is like a nightmare for allied vehicles. They cannot drive down the freaking roads. Like, they crash into whatever tree is in their way. It didn't help to do the pathing either. When I actually set the path for them, they were just driving into any freaking tree that they ran into. And this is gonna sound stupid, this is gonna sound like karma, but when I tried carjacking one of the barrages, as soon as I started doing that, it started driving my... They deliberately just ran my ass over while in test mode. Just not letting me up. I was constantly getting knocked down by them. Yes, my own allies were knocking me down because I tried carjacking them.
So that was your own fault.
It's karma. Alright, let's see. We're gonna stick with the Omni-Man thing. But we already know that a few other Warframes can defeat. How about Necros? Can Necros defeat him?
Probably.
Necros. Let's find out. In this fictional scenario, what if Lorak or Necros from Warframe were to fight Nolan Grayson from Invincible? What armor and gag armor is disabled? Blah, blah, blah. What kind of dialogue would they have? The dynamic. Ultimate Conqueror versus Cosmic Reaper. Omni-Man views lesser civilizations as weak property to the assimilated. A Lorak Necros is an unholy terror. Not just a space ninja, but a walking plague of and a cosmic necromancer that subverts the very concepts of mortality, biology, and soul ownership. Nolan would initially dismiss Necros as a frail, bizarre alien puppet. As the fight progresses and Necros shrugs off lethal blunt force trauma, despoils Nolan's Viltrumite biology and turns Nolan's own dead cells or fallen allies against him. Nolan's arrogance would warp into genuine fury and cosmic dread. Necros does not speak in a traditional human voice. Warframes communicate through low, resonant metallic thums, infested growls, or telepathic echoes channeled directly through their operator, balancing chilling silence with absolute malice. Act 1. The Clash of Arrogance and Decay. That sounds so metal as fuck, dude. A desolate, rocky moon littered with the ruins of a battlefield. Nolan is hovering overhead, arms crossed, looking down with absolute disdain. I don't know what faction or failing empire threw you together, creature, but you are standing on Viltrumite ground. Fall to your knees, or be painted across it. Necros stands perfectly still. A low mechanical hiss escapes its faceless chassis. A sickening dark energy, terrified, pulses outward, making the very stones beneath Nolan's feet crack and rot. Nolan blinks, feeling an uncharacteristic sudden spike of adrenaline. A primal urge to fly away. What? What is this? A mental trick? Do you think a fate tremor field can stop a Viltrumite? Nolan breaks the sound barrier, slamming into Necros and shattering the landscape. Act 2. Breaking the laws of nature. Nolan stands over a crater, expecting a crushed corpse. Instead, Necros' broken metallic shadow flesh knits back together instantly, fueled by the microscopic death of the surrounding soil. Necros reaches out, casting Soul Punch directly into Nolan's chest. Nolan grasps, staggering forward as his vision blurs. For the first time in centuries, he feels his actual life force being forcibly wrenched from his physical shell. Gah! My chest! What are you doing to me? Alright, it's like, what are you doing to me? Necros steps out of the smoke. The operator's void-hollowed voice echoes telepathically into Nolan's mind, layered over a guttural Warframe growl. You speak of emperors built on mountains of bones, Conqueror. We are the architects of those mountains. Your flesh is dense, but your soul tears just like the rest. Nolan wipes blood from his hip from his hit lip, his eyes turning bloodshot with rage. I have cracked planets with my bare hands. I've outlived gods. I am Omni-Man. You are nothing but a scavenged corpse in a soup. Act 3, The Desecration. Nolan flies at top speed, tearing Necros completely in half. He breathes heavily, thinking it is over. Necros' severed torso raises its hands, casting Desecrate. The spilled Viltrumite blood on the ground begins to sizzle, dissolving into floating red health orbs that fly back into Necros, forcefully reattaching its spine and limbs. Nolan is horrified, backing away slightly. No, that's impossible. I tore you apart. Die! Why won't you die? Necros, the voice grows louder, colder, accompanied by the screams of 1,000 dead souls swirling around its palms. Death is not our end, Viltrumite. It is our resource. Every breath you draw on this battlefield belongs to us. Act 4, Shadows of the Dead. Necros slams both hands into the earth, casting Shadows of the Dead. The ground splits open. Perfect, dark, glowing clones of the strongest warriors Nolan has ever slaughtered. Perhaps even spectral shadow clones of Nolan himself rise from the ether, completely thralled to Necros. Nolan, voice cracking with a mixture of rage and existential horror as he is sworn by his own ghosts. Get away from me! You are a disease, a cancer of the universe. Necros, walking slowly through the chaos, raising a hand to harvest Nolan's fading vitality. Your Empire will fall, Nolan Grayson, and you will lead the march as our puppet. Oh my god, dude. Hold on, that was awesome, dude.
I knew Necros was gonna win.
Alright, hold on. I'm actually, Necros from Warframe defeating Omni-Man. Omni-Man is terrified. Oop. That's not how... Terror... That's not it. It's terror. Oh, it's alright. Terrified. Necros's shadows of the dead swarm Omni-Man.
Nothing?
What was I doing over? Oh yeah, that's right. I was trying to get away from the rain, but I didn't want to sit in the helicopter either.
Next.
That was actually a pretty satisfying thought experiment, that those 3 Warframes are just overwhelmingly strong against Omni-Man. The reason why I use Omni-Man as an analog is it tests the low tier yet high tier base strength in some of the Warframes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, I'm so... Dude, okay, that is a really cool picture. I'm gonna use that. Omni-Man looks like a little baby, though. I'm multitasking. I know it's... I shouldn't be multitasking. I don't care, though. What's gonna happen? If I die, I die. It does hurt your paycheck, though. That's the problem. So I probably would have to rehire you. There we go. Alright. Let me just find a nice safe spot to land. I'm gonna probably head to where you're at. Probably head to where you're at. So Necros is that powerful. The idea, and you know, it's funny when you're reading. Like for me, when I'm reading, I'm just reading like I'm a visual thinker, and I'm picturing the blood boiling and then turning into like that would actually scare the shit out of Omni-Man. He's an alien that is like thousands of years old. He's seen a lot, but Warframes are like on a whole different level. And to Nolan, is like didn't we do a fight between Nolan Grayson versus Ichigo, and who won on that one?
I think it was Ichigo.
We could try a rematch and figure that out.
I don't exactly remember.
Who are you thinking would win, Ichigo or Omni-Man?
Probably
Like,
Ichigo. I think, yeah, we did do that. Yeah, Ichigo did win.
oh yeah. Like, Omni-Man is strong, but he has limits. Obvious limits. Viltrumites are not as strong as they appear in comic books.
Or the show.
The show, too. Well, I did a what-if scenario where Donald Ferguson, the unassuming... I like him. I don't know why. He seems like a really cool character in the show. And when I looked that up, it's like, he's a very good character because of his self-sacrifice and wanting to have his memory erased. And he's a human with an exoskeleton body, which makes him really strong, but not like as Viltrumite strong or anything. Okay, viewers, this is way better than what we were looking at earlier. Here, I'll make it easier for you. I know I'm making this easier for myself, too. Okay, Ichigo versus Necros. Who do you think would win?
Probably Ichigo.
I'm thinking so, too. Fight Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach. Oops. Alright, let's see. In this fictional scenario, what if lore-accurate Necros from Warframe were to fight Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach? Plot armor and gag armor is disabled. What kind of dialogue would they have? And there's also a fight to the death. And here is how a dialogue between lore-accurate Necros and Ichigo Kurosaki would likely unfold. In Warframe lore, Necros is not just a necromancer. He is a silent, terrifying manifestation of death, decay, and soul manipulation. He rarely speaks, communicating instead through eerie metallic throat clicks, spatial distortions, and the agonizing screams of its shadows. Ichigo, operating with his standard serious but protective demeanor, would be forced to react to an enemy that treats souls like a harvestable resource. The confrontation. Setting. A desolate, barren wasteland littered with the spatial debris of a collapsed pocket dimension. Ichigo skids to a halt, planting Zangetsu into the dirt. His eyes narrow at the tall, skeletal biomechanical figure floating inches above the ground. You aren't a hollow. You aren't the Soul Reaper either. But the spiritual pressure around you feels like a graveyard. What the hell are you? Necros does not speak. His head tilts at an unnatural angle. A low, sub-audible hum vibrates through the air, causing the pebbles on the ground to rattle. The air around him grows visibly colder. Ooh, you guys are feeling that, right? I am. Ichigo grips his sword tighter, sensing a deep predatory hunger from the entity. Look, I don't care if you're lost or you belong to some weird faction. If you're here to cause trouble, I'm shutting you down. Step aside. Necros, a hollow metallic clicking sound echoes from his chest cavity. He raises a sleek, multi-jointed hand, pointing a sharp finger directly at Ichigo's chest, targeting his soul chain. Ichigo, angered by the silence, stepping into a battle stance. Fine. Have it your way. Don't say I didn't warn you. Alright, the climax of the fight. Ichigo uses Shumpur to blitz forward, flashing his blade. Necros doesn't budge. He casts Soul Punch, a concentrated burst of dark spiritual kinetic energy at Ichigo's chest. It strikes Ichigo's chest, literally ripping a physical projection of Ichigo's soul backwards out of his body. Ichigo gasps, fighting the sudden agonizing tearing sensation. Ichigo is coughing, forcing his soul back into alignment through sheer spiritual pressure. What? What did you just do? You are trying to rip my soul right out of me. Necros, for the first time, a distorted, overlapping auditory transmission speaks directly into Ichigo's mind. A synthesis of thousands of dead voices speaking as one. Harvest. The energy. Splits. The mold. Decays. Ichigo, gritting his teeth, his Raitsu flaring into a massive column of black and red energy. You think you own death? I've been to the Soul Society. I fought the literal embodiment of the underworld. You're just a monster that plays with corpses. Necros sweeps his arms outward, casting shadows of the dead. The ground bubbles into a pitch-black void. Perfect, terrifyingly accurate copies of Ichigo's past fallen enemies. Hollows, Soul Reapers, and Quincy's rise from the dark, completely under Necros' thrall. Ichigo stops dead in his tracks, his eyes widening in absolute horror at the twisted, soulless faces of those he recognizes. This is sick. You're forcing them to fight. You're desecrating their memory. Necros, the swarm of voices. The voices grow louder, echoing with a cold, mechanical indifference. Nothing is wasted. Everything serves the Lotus. Ichigo roaring with fury, unleashing his full power. I'll cut you down! Let's get you that Tetsuo! Let's see who wins. Ichigo actually does win this battle.
I didn't do it.
Soul Manipulation Paradox. Necros' primary win condition is Soul Punch, or Terrify, which forcefully ejects a target's soul or shatters their morale. However, Ichigo is a soul in his combat form. He possesses massive Ryoyoku, spiritual power that acts as a physical shield. In the Bleach universe, spiritual battles are dictated by those whose spiritual pressure is stronger. Ichigo's Raitsu is so dense that basic soul manipulation abilities from lesser beings fail to affect him. Necros would find Ichigo's soul too heavy and powerful to pull apart. Speed and Destruction Gap. Even if Necros' attempts to use Shadows of the Dead to summon an army of Ichigo's fallen allies, Ichigo's speed is vastly superior. Necros moves at speeds that allow him to dodge less laser fire and bullets. Ichigo can cross entire dimensions in seconds. Before Necros can cast an ability, Ichigo can close the distance and strike him with a Grand Ray Zero-infused Kintsuda Tensu, which possesses enough destructive output to vaporize planetary-level threats. The Void Factor. Necros is powered by the Void, a localized dimension of chaotic conceptual energy that defies logic. The Void can corrupt minds and bypass traditional physical durability. If Necros manages to taint Ichigo with pure Void energy, it could cause spiritual instability. However, Ichigo's multi-hybrid physiology is built to adapt to opposing forces. Hollow and Quincy energies working together, meaning his body would actively fight off the foreign Void corruption long enough to land a lethal blow.
I just saw Steinex's
Prime version.
Yeah, here's the mid-battle dialogue. The setting, a desolate ruined graveyard on a barren planet choked with void fog. Necros stands motionless, his skeletal frame casting a shadow that stretches unnaturally. A tear in reality opens, and Ichigo steps out in his dual blade, true Shikai form, sensing an oppressive, unnatural decay. Ichigo grips his swords, grip tightening on his swords, brow furrowed. You aren't a hollow. Let's see. Well, you already know who would win, so. But
You
what
know
about
what's funny?
Hildren? Let's see if Hildren would win.
Steinex's prime skin doesn't look any different than his original skin. Really, not really all that by that much.
Ah, Hildren loses too. Ichigo's actually alright in a no holds barred, lore accurate deathmatch. Ichigo Kurosaki takes the victory. While Hildren is a walking tank, Ichigo's reality warping, spiritual pressure, and multidimensional power scaling ultimately outmatches the Warframe's formidable defense. That's actually her weakness, is reality warping stuff. She is basically physically nearly indestructible. Why Ichigo wins? Power scaling. Lorica Ichigo scales to planetary multidimensional threats at his peak. Hildren's primary lore advantages are limitless shield generation and armor stripping capabilities. However, in Bleach mechanics, a combatant with vastly higher spiritual energy can completely negate an opponent's techniques.
Ichigo's not weak.
I never said he was. I know he's like right up there with like some of the most powerful characters in fiction. Alright, I got one for you. Let's do another one of our real life analog ones. Friend and I are equipped. Do you want to use plate mail for this one?
Sure. And
With
I'm gonna use a saber and a katana. I'm gonna dual wield
plate
a,
armor.
a saber and a katana.
Okay. My friend and I are equipped with full plate armor. Alright. I am 38 with a what was that? Like a slender heavy build, or heavy muscular slender build, or heavy. I know I'm a heavy slender build. Slender build. I am a heavy slender build with. I am autistic with high IQ. I am 38 with a 30 heavy slender build. I am autistic with high IQ and armed with a heavy flanged mace and shield. My friend is 34 and has a tall, slender build. Heavy, slender. Yeah, you're heavy, slender. No, wait, you're not heavy, slender. You're tall. You're tall. You're heavy, tall build. You're tall, heavy. No, you're not heavy. Tall, muscular. Tall, muscular. build and is armed with a. Did you say saber?
Saber and a katana.
Saber, and is armed with and is dual wielding. And is dual wielding. Oh,
A
gotta move my
saber and
character.
saber and a katana.
A saber and katana. We are fighting. What do you want? What animal do you want to fight?
A moose.
Okay. A
A moose is extremely dangerous.
yes, it is. We are fighting a. I'm gonna go with the more. I'm gonna go with the high threat level here with a bull moose. We are fighting a bull moose. The battle takes place in lower
Actually,
Michigan.
It'd be upper Michigan because they're up
No,
north.
I don't want to make it upper Michigan. I'm going to keep it around our field. Wait, you want to make it upper Michigan?
Well, that's where they're native.
Or do you
In
want to make it...
Canada.
Okay, I'll do upper Michigan. Upper Michigan. Open fields by the road. Open roadside. Open field. This is a battle to the death. Will my autism affect my performance and we're gonna move a character. Can we win? Bull moose god. I don't. Okay, I'm actually worried about this. I'm afraid that your autism and high IQ will give you a tactical edge, allowing you to quickly analyze the moose's behavioral patterns and identify blind spots. Combined with the defensive advantage of your plate armor and shield, you and your friend will have a realistic chance of securing a hard-fought victory. Evaluating your character, the tactician, the condition. High-functioning autism and high IQ mean your character would likely stay hyper-focused, immune to panic, and highly observant. You will quickly recognize that swinging wildly is useless, identifying exactly where to strike. The equipment. Full plate armor provides near invulnerability to antler strikes and trampling. A heavy flanged mace is arguably the perfect medieval tool to concuss a massive animal through its dense anatomy, while the shield allows for devastating bashes to stagger the beast. Evaluating your friend, the DPS. The condition. Your tall, muscular friend provides the pure physical strength needed to wrestle or stagger a 1,400-pound bull moose. The equipment. Dual-wielding a saber and a katana is a stylistic choice that presents major challenges. Katanas and sabers are lightweight slashing weapons. While they excel against unarmored targets, a moose's incredibly thick hide and heavy winter coat will likely dull, bind, or deflect these blades. Your friend will need to rely on thrusting techniques like a half sword or thrusting with a katana to puncture vital areas like the lungs or throat. The winning strategy. You two can win if you use your equipment properly. The bait and block. Let your friend draw the initial charge. With your shield and armor, you can absorb the impact, brace against the charge, and keep the moose from trampling you. Stagger. The stagger. Use your shield to bash the moose. Use your shield to bash the moose's head and the heavy mace to strike its legs or ribcage, breaking its bones or knocking the wind out of it. The finishing blow. Once the moose is disoriented or pinned, your friend can use the thrusting power of the katana to strike the joints, underbelly, or neck. Nice. Oh my, well, not really. If it's against a moose, it's like, oh my god, dude, that'd be terrifying. I'm picturing this in my head, dude. Oh,
They're more dangerous than a mountain lion, I can tell you that.
I would rather fight a mountain lion.
We would win easily against a mountain lion, but
Yeah, we would.
a bull moose is pretty challenging.
It would be. Alright, guys, I hope you enjoyed this live stream, and thank you guys for watching, and have a good night, everybody. Bye!